Many don't know where to start solving this exponential equation. The question is that 2 raised to the power s is equals to 9, and we are trying to find the value of s. Feel free to use the calculator. If you got the correct answer, drop it in the comment section. I am going to show you the correct approach to solve it step by step. Well, the correct answer is s is approximately 3.196. If you got it, I am going to give you a smiling face, a big one, and an A plus. Also, I would like to see your method. That's the method that you use if you do not use the calculator, so that you'll be able to compare it with the method that we use to get our own answer. So join us as we solve this question, this exponential question, step by step. In as much that to some looks very simple, but to some other persons this question looks confusing. But we only have 2 raised to the power s, which is equals to 9. And it's not likely, or it's not like this equation 2s equals to 9. No, this is very simple because you can only divide both sides by 2 and then you get the value of your s. So it's not the same with this equation, which is 2s is equals to 9. No. Here, 2 raised to power s, which is equals to 9, is far more interesting than 2s, which is equals to 9. Let's see how we can solve it right now. If you notice, we are asked to solve for the variable s. Therefore, this s is the exponent. I don't know if you remember what exponent is. Let me show you with an example. When we have something like 2 raised to power 4, 2 is the base, while 4 is the exponent. But here, we have to distinguish the equation. That is, this s goes into here, flip, and we flip this here. But we are not going to flip the variables in the s position. Thus, if we do that, we are going to have s raised to power 2, which is equals to 9. Most people will recognize this as basic quadratic equation. Thus, we will take the square root of both sides. But this is not the type of equation that we have here. In this our question, we have the unknown value to be s, which is the exponent. Therefore, this equation is known as exponential equation. So remember that we are looking for the value that will be raised to power of 2. That will be the exponent of 2 and will be able to give us 9. So we have these values. 2 raised to power 1 will it give us 9? No, it gives 2. 2 raised to power 2 will it give us 9? No, is equals to 4. 2 raised to power 3 will it give 9? No, 2 raised to power 3 is 8. 2 raised to power 4 will it give 9? No, it will give us 16. So with our common sense, it seems that our answer is close around this 2 raised to power 3. So how do we get the exact value of s so that we'll be able to have 2 raised to power s or any number that will be raised to power 2 to be able to give us 9? Now, let me explain this to you right now. Just have this in mind. One thing you need to know in mathematics is to identify the different types of equation in algebra. There are systems of equations. There we have quadratic equation. Also, we have exponential equation. We also have logarithm in exponential equations. What you need to know is that when you have an exponential equation, you are going to use logarithm to solve it. Likewise, when you have logarithm equation, you are going to use exponent. Exponential functions in logarithm. Likewise, logarithm functions in exponential. Therefore, they function inversely to one another. They are just like best friends. Whenever you have exponential equations, you just think of logarithm. Likewise, whenever you have logarithm equation, you have to think of exponential. Now, let me explain what logarithm is all about. Let me use an example. We have log a base b is equals to e. This is log, and now this is the exponential, being that is his best friend, is equals to a. So for every exponential, you can express it as a logarithm. Therefore, looking at this logarithm that is expressed to exponential, so this is the base, this is the answer, which will be here, and this is the exponent. So just like I told you that logarithm and exponent, they are like best friends. Now this is the logarithm which can be converted to its exponent. Having this in mind, we will solve it using this example. Let's suppose we have log 16 base 2, which is equals to 4, which is now exponent. If we convert it to exponent, it will now be 2 base 4 which is equals to 16. So now, using this tip that I gave here, you will now find out that this is the base, this is the answer, and this is the exponent. So this is basically what logarithm is all about. On your calculator, you will see a log button that is shown like this, and also there's another button that is shown like this. This one is the natural base, you can press it out, and this one is the logarithm button. Please, if you have not subscribed, do so by pressing the subscription button. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever we drop our amazing videos. And at your convenience, always tune in, because I'm so sure you will always have something amazing or interesting to watch in my channel. So now we've understood that we are dealing with an exponential equation. So let's go back to our original question, which is 2s sub, which is equals to 9. And from what we understood, we all know that whenever we have an exponential equation, that we will be using the logarithm. So let's practice, or let's practically use it and solve this our question. Firstly, we take the logarithm of both sides. That's if we apply log in this our question, we first of all take the logarithm of both sides, and we'll be having log 2 raised to power s, which is equals to log 9. The next thing is to apply the property of logarithm by putting the exponent in the front of log 2. Therefore, we now have s to be log 2, which is equals to log 9. Now you will be thinking that we did not use the formula, which is log a base b, which is equals to e. So now you'll be asking, what is now the base? Based on our question, just know that whenever we have log in mathematics with an unknown base, that is usually base 10. Remember that log of a number is like a decimal. It's just like normal algebra. Whenever we have s3, which is equals to 12, which can be written as 3s is equals to 12. If we solve for s, we divide both sides by 3, and when we divide, we have the value of s to be 4. And that is what we are going to do here in this our question. So we have s log 2. Remember, it's already in base 10, because any mathematical question in logarithm without a written out base is naturally in base 10. So let's have that in mind. So both log 2 and log 9 are in base 10. So if we repeat this in our equation, we'll be able to get the value of s. And if we do that, we divide both sides by log 2 in order to have the value of our s. Whereby we now have log 2 divided by log 2. That we divide both sides. And when we do that, we have the value of our s. Therefore, our s will now be equals to log 9 divided by log 2. At this point, you can still use your calculator to press it out, and you will get the value of s to be. And the value of our s to be is equals to, that is approximately 69. I hope this video helped you. So please don't forget to subscribe, click the notification button, comment, like, share with your colleagues and friends. See you in our next amazing video. Thank you.